All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I have returned from my Royal Caribbean vacation aboard Symphony of the Seas, where we visited Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, and my favorite, which was Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We actually had a private cabana there, and just we had our own attendant who brought us any type of food we wanted, which was it was literally a perfect day at Coco Cay. It's Royal Caribbean's private island, and they put in, I think, 250, $300 million somewhere in there to develop it. It was my favorite port anywhere that I've ever stopped. I'm actually a diamond member now on Royal Caribbean because I've cruised with them so much. My favorite type of vacation, just very easy. You get on board, you have everything there. I went to the gym every single day right after breakfast. They have a whole spa there. I actually did a video, which I'll talk about in the end here. It's the most recent video, which is why I would cruise with Royal Caribbean aboard Symphony of the Seas than own my own yacht. So I get into the details of that, why that's the case. And I booked it for next year as well. So the end of October next year aboard Allure of the Seas, which is one class back from Symphony. So it's not as big as Symphony of the Seas. I think Symphony of the Seas is the world's largest cruise ship. But just the service, the food, everything is first rate without question. But the title of this video is how I made $9,000 while on vacation aboard Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. So let's get into how that happens. And really, it goes back to one of the things I always talk about. And it goes back really to Robert Kiyosaki's idea of portfolio and passive income versus earned income. And basically, once you attain wealth, if you know what you're doing, and there's a lot of people that don't, so you see it with celebrities or athletes who really have zero knowledge on personal finance, on investing. They just have a high income. They've accumulated a lot of money or wealth from their particular skill, whether it's a musical skill, whether it's an acting skill, whether it's athletic skill. They don't understand the game of investing. And then there's other people who basically in their lives may not have done anything spectacular. They may not have written the great American novel. They may not have been a famous actor or athlete, but they understand the wealth game, the investing game, and they end up in a better place than a lot of people like that who kind of splash out and live a very flashy lifestyle. So how did I make $9,000 while I was on vacation? Well, wealth begets wealth. And you can see here, we left on Saturday the 16th. So Friday at the market close, I was at 642,121, 642,000 basically. And you see, while I was on vacation, the market went up. I was at the pool. I was getting a massage. I was overeating in the main dining room, ordering escargot, shrimp cocktail, prime rib, 3 pieces of chocolate cake. Like I said, I returned fat, happy, and tanned. So 649 here, you see, on Thursday. And then on Friday, and I was still on, we actually got off Saturday, but obviously, the market's closed Saturday, so 651. So when you do the math here and you take 651, 192, 43, and you minus that from 642 to 178, that is $9,070.65. And that's just TD. That doesn't include interactive brokers, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit here. That's just my TD account. It also doesn't include crypto, which I really don't get into on this channel too much. I have crypto holdings, and it also doesn't include my real estate holdings, which I was getting emails from my property management company, like $900 has been transferred to your account, $500 has been transferred to your account. So people were paying their rent while I'm getting a massage a Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. And then that wealth is coming to me. That transfer of wealth is coming to me. And so, yeah, I mean, I just feel grateful that over the last few years, from really the age of 36 to 41, I've been obsessed with reading books on personal finance, investing, how to trade options, multifamily investing, mobile home park investing, and then just studying, reading biographies of the robber barons and the Medici and Borgias and the Roman Marcus Crassus, and just seeing wealth creation throughout various civilizations and cultures, how it happened, what type of temperament, what type of skill set, how it's done, and then been able to execute that. So yeah, just very, very grateful that again that I've taken the time to learn these things. It's really changed my life for the better. So we're going to go now to Interactive Brokers. Just wanted to talk about that a little bit also. Interactive Brokers has finally upgraded their back end. It was awful before for me. It was like DOS, if you remember that, or Atari. I mean, it was like so old school, so antiquated that I was actually at the point of ready to just change everything over to TD Ameritrade. The only reason I had the Interactive Brokers was because of its stock yield enhancement program, which I now have with TD. So there really wasn't a reason for me to stick around there. But now that they've upgraded this, I will probably stay with Interactive and kind of wait it out to see what Composer does. If Composer can integrate with Interactive and I can run my balanced alpha and all weather in Interactive, I'll probably just keep it. If Interactive Brokers drags its feet with Composer and TD Ameritrade allows Composer in first, then I'll probably swing everything over to TD. Or maybe Composer has its own brokerage or what have you, and I'll just swing it over there. We'll see how that plays out. But the way I actually have it in Interactive is you can see the 392,204, and then I have two small, this is the main account here, 103, and then I have the two sub accounts where I run balanced alpha and all weather for the total. So what we can actually do here is just, we're still, the month isn't over, the 392,204. 83, and we're going to go here to 651 150 61. It's 1,043,355.44, and then I have about 40,000 or so in some smaller accounts and another TD, so on and so forth. So right now, I'm probably at 1,080,000 in the Maneos compounding machine, these brokerage accounts. And again, that doesn't include real estate holdings. That doesn't include crypto. So, again, I talk about CNBC's Robert Frank, his book, Richistan. And he breaks down American wealth and lower Richistan, middle Richistan, upper Richistan. I'm in lower Richistan right now, trying to get into middle Richistan, which would cross that 10 million net worth or so. And so, I'm just running a couple million, again, the 1,080,000 here, but then when you had crypto, when you had real estate, it's probably, 2-3 million somewhere in there, depending on real estate evaluations, what crypto is doing. I mean, when I left, I think crypto was in the 50s and it peaked at 66. I think today it's right now it's 60. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, so I'm very happy and just wanted to show this here. Now, Interactive, like when you click on trade, before you had to do this thing, Web Trader, it was a pop-up. It was just very antiquated. So now when you click on trade, you click on stocks. This looks like, to me, it looks like what you would have at Vanguard, any of the brokers, TD Ameritrade. You can enter data not available. So if you just enter, say, App Harvest, let's see here, it's a little slow. There it is, App Harvest. You would click on that. And then there you go. And then you see App Harvest. So you see all the information here. You can do a limit order. You can do the quantity, the time in, stop loss. So it's like like a more modern trading system here. So again, because of that, I was going to just sweep it all over to TD Ameritrade because they did this. I will keep it here for the time being, because I am making that $70 a month on the stock yield enhancement or so, 60 to 100 in that range. I have it now with TD Ameritrade. So that's there. And then the other cool thing I wanted to talk about, in addition to kind of the share lending program, which is a form of basically passive income. You could say it's portfolio because related to a portfolio, but it's that sort of passive portfolio mix. The YouTube, and this is another thing that happened while I was on the cruise ship. So you can see here, make this a little smaller. So you can see here, this is the video I did. And then here I am on the balcony in the junior suite with Roatan, Honduras in the background. Lighting wasn't the greatest. I did what I could with my laptop. Next time I would probably bring in like a camera with some lighting for the face here, but it's decent, and but you can see it already has 294 views. So what's happening now is, I don't know if it's YouTube's algorithm, but it's because maybe I've been posting consistently, because I've been gaining subscribers and organic views. I've noticed that recently in a lot of the videos I've done, they've been added to YouTube suggested videos. And so again, you can see that one has a couple hundred already. Look, I did this one a week ago before I left for the cruise, 837 views. That was also added to the queue from YouTube. App Harvest, the one before that, 621 views. Before, organically, I would only get maybe 20 to 60 views, maybe would push 100. The other one that got suggested while I was gone was the Grant Cardone video, 562. That was only at 100 or so when I left for the cruise. So again, not only did I make the $9,000 from the bump in TD Ameritrade, and not only was I getting rental income, not only was crypto appreciating, but YouTube, the effort I put into YouTube is starting to come together. Now, I've made, I think, $32 on YouTube. So again, it's nothing to write home about right now. But when you look at some of the YouTubers who've had success, if you look at in the beginning, sometimes their first year, 2 years, 3 years, they would show their earnings and it was like $1 a day, $5 a day. Then all of a sudden it starts to jump, and it consistently jumps as they're gaining subscribers, as YouTube says, wow, this person's like part of YouTube. They're consistently posting, they have a following, so on and so forth. So that's another thing. And I view this kind of as residual income, like a musician who had an album 15 years ago that's still getting played on the radio and they're getting checks from that. Like an actor who was on a sitcom and they're getting checks. Maybe it was 15, 20 years ago, but they're still played on TV and they're still getting monthly checks from that. So, so that's also very exciting for me. And again, it's not, I'll show you a little bit of the analytics. It's not like anything major yet, but I made, while I was on the ship, there was a day where I made $7 from YouTube revenue, which was my highest yet. And that's pretty cool. I mean, imagine if I can do $10 a day on average on YouTube, that'd be $300 a month. So, it pays for a car payment or something like that. But I also did these cool shorts here, which YouTube also added into the shorts feed. This was actually the sunrise at Coco Cay, 600 views. This is from the balcony here, 244. We're heading to Mexico, 230. So it's definitely gaining some traction. And I'll take it over here. Let's go to channel analytics. So you can see estimated revenue 3437. Subscribers is boosting over 1,600. And again, let's go to the revenue part. So you can see, like, some days, like, 15 cents, 22 cents, 71 cents, 59, 97, 38. So it's going down. I'm on the cruise. I'm like, oh, wow. I really need to be in South Florida to continue to post in order to keep the revenue going. 11. So it's like nothing. 8. It's going down. 21. And then all of a sudden, YouTube put it in the suggested videos. And so you can see, then it went to 479. Then I had my highest day at 745 and then 5. So this would be cool if I can keep it, above this $5 a day. We'll see what happens. And then, again, some of the videos have really gotten a good amount of views. So yeah, just wanted to showcase that. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. Just wanted to show really that wealth begets wealth, especially if you know what you're doing. If you're a high earner and you're just spending, 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 you don't have investments, you don't have passive portfolio, you can just squander wealth. But if you know what you're doing, you've created a little bit of a nest egg, and that nest egg is compounding. You literally can go on vacation like I did and have maybe a better week than some weeks when I've stayed here and worked, because your wealth is disconnected from labor. And I know that statement, it kills every socialist out there inside. Something dies inside of them because of that, because they want labor to reign supreme as opposed to wealth. But in a capitalist system, and if you want to be part of the 1% like I am, these are things you can learn and apply to your own life, into your own investing portfolio. So that's it for today, guys. Take care. Ciao.